entertainer, particularly as a rapper. And when I got here, LA was really everything that I thought it would be. But in the beginning of 2020, just 2 months after moving here, tragedy struck the world in the form of an unprecedented pandemic. Businesses closed, people lost their jobs, self-harm and addiction skyrocketed, and the vibrant artistic city that I moved to became something completely different. The lights went out, the cameras stopped, and the whole city went dark. So now here I am, a whole year later, and now when I hear the name Los Angeles, I think of something completely different. Truth be told, now I mostly think about tents. Lots and lots of tents. Why? Because where I live, here in downtown Los Angeles, that's all you see as you drive down the streets, because the homeless population here has skyrocketed. Words can't even begin to describe how sad and dirty this city has become. The sidewalks are littered with drug addicts and crazy people. Every morning you can see business owners spraying down the sidewalk to wash away the human excrement left behind by these godforsaken souls. And the smell. God, the smell. A wretched mix of car exhaust and piss. The land of the sinful has become the land of the damned. And for that reason, I have decided to leave, returning to the state of guns, glory, and freedom. That's right, Texas. But before I leave in a couple of months, I want to tell you of 3 stories where I was confronted by crazy homeless people, you know, while it's still all fresh in my mind. So buckle up, because chances are you've never experienced anything like what I'm about to share with you. Crazy homeless person story number 1. Okay, so it was a sunny afternoon in November of 2020. One of my best mates, Dior, and I made our way over to a park beside the Staples Center for an intense outdoor workout session. You see, because of the pandemic, there are currently no indoor gyms available to work out. And because working out and staying in shape is important, we came up with a body weight workout routine that we could do outside. So we approach the park, and as we get closer, we notice a very strange truck parked up against the sidewalk. It was a big black truck with huge black LED screens on both sides of the truck. As we get closer, we notice that the screens were cycling through some bizarre messages, saying some weird stuff about Bill Gates, the lockdown, the elite, telling people to rise up, straight out of a movie, bro. So we passed the truck and go work out. Once we were done, I looked over and the truck was still there. So I turned to Dior and I'm like, yo, we gotta get this on camera. We walk over to the truck and Dior starts to get some footage. As I'm standing there, I hear a rustling from the bushes behind me, and out pops this homeless woman. She gets in front of me and climbs up on this 2-foot-high ledge between me and the truck, and then she starts yelling at me. She's like, I ain't no prostitute, I don't do booty, and I don't do drugs. So I'm like, oh, this woman is definitely on drugs. What is that smell? So I'm thinking, okay, just don't make eye contact, do not engage. But she was literally standing like right in my face, bro. So I look her dead in the eyes and I'm like, yo, what's your problem? And then she stops as if she was like surprised by my question. So then I ask her, why are you being so vulgar and like telling me all this nasty stuff? Yes, I used the word vulgar, bro, like a middle-aged high school vice principal. It was the first word that came to mind. So then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You just turned your back on me and I didn't like it. I'm just trying to look at this truck. What are you talking about? So then she was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. And then she walked away, just crawled right back into the bushes, bro. So Dior and I start to make our way back home. And as I'm walking, I'm just thinking, that has to be the craziest interaction I've ever had with a crazy person. And I grew up living with a schizophrenic uncle back in Jamaica. So yeah, but it would turn out that this would be my least crazy homeless person story, because just 1 month later, homeless person story number 2 would happen. So fast forward, and it's now the middle of December 2020, and I briefly became obsessed with running. I started running twice a day, once when I woke up and then again in the afternoon, racking up about 3 to 5 miles a day. One morning, I woke up extremely early, like 3 a.m., and I didn't want to go back to sleep, so I put on my running shoes, grabbed my keys, and went downstairs to begin my run. This would be the day that it would really hit me how bad the homeless thing had gotten here. Because it's one thing to drive down the streets and see all the people and the tents, but when you're actually on foot, running past it all, you really get to take it all in, and man, it's bad. So I'm there jogging, right? Got my Bluetooth earbuds in, listening to one of my new songs, and I'm just in my own world, you know, feeling quite alright.
Feeling right, feeling nice. Got another one, where will we go tonight? Trying to meet the sky every single night. Roll another one, I'm trying to feel a vibe. Feeling right, feeling nice.
Hey, whoa, yo, stop. Hey, yo, get off, come here, I'm talking to you. Lady, get off me. Out of nowhere, this crazy drugged out white lady grabs me. Not wanting to waste any time, I spun out of her grasp and just kept running like nothing even happened. But in my head, I'm like, yo, what just happened, bro? This woman is crazy. I have never seen anything like that happen before. It was like she was a zombie right out of The Walking Dead, bro. Just grabbed me, like, what? So, I get back home, I take a shower, and I get on with my day. And I'm not quite sure if this is even the craziest story, because the next story was unlike anything I thought would ever happen to me. But this was the only story where someone actually put their hands on me. So it's a close tie. Y'all have to let me know in the comment section. And also, while you're at it, how about you drop me a like, you know? Let's get this video to crack 100K likes. Every time I ask you to like the video, you come through. So drop me this like, please. Thanks. All right, crazy homeless person story number 3. Now, this one just happened the other day. Yet again, I found myself awake at 3 a.m. And yet again, I went for an early morning run. I decided to take a new route, you know, so I wouldn't run into Miss Handsy again. I get maybe a mile away from my apartment when I saw a little corner store that was open. I thought to myself, you know what? Let me go pick up one of them little Starbucks coffee drinks to have after the run. I don't really drink coffee like that anymore, but occasionally, once in a blue moon, I like to have one of these like Starbucks, you know, the ones that come in the glass, you know, they're in like Target. I like every now and again is all I don't drink it often, just sometimes. So I start to cross the street, and as I approach the store, I notice this person dressed in all black. Black sweatpants, black beanie, and a black hoodie with the word security written in all white across the chest. I get a little closer, and then I hear mumbling. Then I noticed the cart. A bunch of junk, old tattered clothes. The signs were clear. This was no security guard. This is a crazy person. I also noticed that the store wasn't letting anyone inside. Because of the pandemic, a lot of these smaller stores have placed a desk in the entrance and now serve you by the door. I quickly realized that would mean that I'd be standing 3 feet away from this crazy woman the entire time I was trying to get this coffee. Oh, yeah. This was also a lady. But to be honest, you couldn't tell. So at first I was like, I don't know if I want this drink that badly. But I'd already started to cross the street, and if I turned around now, that would be me acting out of fear. And I have a strong disposition against doing things out of fear. So I said, well, let's see how this goes. I get up to the door, and before I could even say anything to the girl working the counter, I hear, "You ugly motherfucker, yeah, you a ugly motherfucker. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You ugly mother boy, you ugly." Is she talking to me?
Ugly ass
Oh my God.
Why you so ugly? I hate you. I hate your ugly ass motherfucker. I hate you, you ugly motherfucker. You ain't never you gonna buy me some food. You ain't never buy me no food. I hate you. That's cause you ugly. You so ugly.
Once I realized that she was definitely talking to me, I turn to her, look her in the eyes, and I'm like, yo, chill. I shouldn't have did that because she gets even louder, bro. And bro, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. People are looking down through their windows from their apartment at what is going on. You ugly motherfucker, yeah. You ugly. I hate you. I hate you and your ugly ass. Spit is flying out of her mouth. Her eyes were all crazy. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shook for a second, man. I couldn't even get the words out to the counter girl because she was standing far away from the door because she knew this crazy person was there and she was very concerned. So I had to really speak loud and clear. But this crazy person was really distracting. So I took a big, deep breath through my mask. I locked eyes with this homeless bully. And then I attempted to stare into whatever was left of her soul. I stood tall, I stood solid, and I just stared at her. And then she started to quiet down. So I was like, good. I turned to the clerk and I was like, give me that vanilla Starbucks coffee. I'm paying with my card. And just as I thought that I had won the situation, she goes off, bro. But this time I'm like, yo, let me just get this coffee and dip, bro. If I stay any longer, this woman is gonna try and bite me, bro. She's insane. So I get my coffee, I get back my debit card, and I book it. I start jogging home. I'm like, I am never running this early again. These homeless people are a different breed, bro. Moral of the story. Look, it's sad what's happening here with the whole homeless thing. You know, like we really should be doing a better job to help a lot of these people. But don't be fooled for a second to think that all of these people are just people down on their luck. A lot of these people have problems, mostly with